Hello everyone, it's Christine here and happy Thrifty Thursday. I've got some lovely goodies to share with you. I haven't done a Thrifty Thursday video in a few weeks, I don't think, and I have actually got rather a lot of things. A lot of them have gone under the Christmas tree as part of my Thrifty Christmas. I'm focusing on having a second hand and things that can be repurposed and upcycled rather than buying new this year. But this first bundle, I was lucky enough to visit two Salvo stalls while I was down on the Mornington Peninsula catching up with Gail from Gladdy and Flow a few weekends ago, and I got such a bonanza of goodies. What I'm about to show you was for the grand price of $20. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. I'll start with these little items off to the side. I got these plastic bobbins, which I'd got a little while ago from the Sewing Lair. These ones don't come on the little ring hoop, but they're the exact same size, so I'll actually be able to add them to the ring hoop. And they were, I think, 50 cents, 20 cents, something like that. Absolute bargain. Brand new in a packet. I couldn't resist this little pin cushion. It says needles and has, yeah, lovely little fine stitching on it. It's a sweet little design. It's got a solid base, so it's good the needles won't go through it. It looks like this rickrack has just been pinned on it, but that's fine. I can always add a stitch. This lovely pure cotton handkerchief. It's got, yeah, beautiful lace trim on it, and being cotton, I can stitch into it or use it in a variety of ways. A sweet little bit of Japanese looking fabric. So not that wide, but a decent decent stretch across, and just a really beautiful design with gold embossed flowers. I'll actually put that to the side because I think I'll send some of that in a little package I've got to get ready. And then this beautiful, and it doesn't look to have any damage or any staining. That's just a thread on it, not a stain. And it's just lovely, gorgeous, gorgeous lace work on it. Look how fine. So that's, yeah, beautiful. And definitely, yeah, cotton. So very pleased with that one. And then this is a lot of amazing linen. So we were so lucky, well, I say we, I was looking around to see if they had any linens, and I couldn't find any, which was weird for an op shop. So I asked one of the staff, and she goes, "Oh yeah, normally we have some some doilies and things around." She said, "I'll just go and have a look out the back." Anyway, she came back with 3 massive heaving boxes filled with linens. They hadn't been priced yet, and so it meant when they were then ringing them up at the register, they gave us an absolute bargain. And I say us again because there was another lady that was also looking for linens, and so she and I went through the 3 massive boxes, and we each got some lovely goodies. It was nice to kind of share in the joy of having a rummage and then getting some incredible bargains. So yeah, I don't think I've had such a good buy for $20. It's a lot of joy here. And some of them have stains. I've washed everything. I've put everything on the line. Some of them have little holes. But I thought with a piece like this, look how fine the stitching is. And I just thought these little ones will be just so beautiful to cut out and use in things. And look how many flowers you get around a doily of this size. I haven't ironed them yet either. It's been way too hot for ironing. And then this one, I love the ones with the little flowers. And this is, yeah, a very old one, I reckon. And beautiful linen in the center, and then beautiful crochet work around the outside. When I'm getting these sorts of doilies, I look for patterns that I don't have many of. So I quite liked it. It almost reminds me of a dahlia, or I never know whether it's dahlia or dahlia plant flower. Again, a beautiful center. It's got some little stains on it. Won't matter if I tea dye it or paint it. But yeah, I thought that was a really interesting little shape. And even if I want to just use individual ones of these, they're just such a sweet little size. Can't resist a tea cozy, and I just thought these were beautiful appliqued and then stitched designs. Just the work that has gone into some of these. And so I'll have to think up, is there a creative way I can repurpose this sort of tea cozy shape? I mean, it'd be even quite sweet as a little a little pillow or a larger pincushion or something. Possibilities. This one is very, very cute, crocheted, and on it, can you see what it says? It says, oops, and one, oh yeah, there was a little bead that had fallen out of it. Just put that one back in. I'm now trying to remember what it says on it. It's got a word on it. Oh yeah, it is sauce. I just couldn't see the S up there. It was hiding. S-A-U and then C-E. So it was a little sauce bottle holder doily, which is very sweet. You know, I can never resist birds. I was about to say maybe it's machine, but no, definitely hand done, but just such intricate work on it. And so again, there's some stains further up, but I wouldn't be using the whole linen, I don't think, unless I was appliquing onto it or something. So this little scene is incredibly sweet. Then a crinoline lady, and again it had the birds, but it also had a beautiful little set of stairs, a super cute little cottage, and then another little collection of flowers. So how fabulous is that to have four designs in, and just look how neat the work is here. So it's very sweet. Another one with a tiny little bird on it, and then just a beautiful little flower arrangement. But again, just look at some of the stitching work on this. I love my coloured linens. This beautiful blue, this is machine embroidery, but yeah, love the colour. Love the flower. A lovely cotton, and I really like these ones where you've got that little see-through panel and just such a sweet bluey grey colour. They actually had some more of these. I'm kicking myself that I was showed a bit of restraint. I think I only got 2 of them possibly. And then they had some sweet little ones like this, and in fact I found, yes, the name, and I've left it stuck in here, N Dunn from Essendon. And so it had obviously repurposed little doilies, etc. into these little pockets. And I thought, isn't that handkerchiefs? That is incredibly sweet. Super, super fine. And this would be machine embroidery, or maybe not. I don't think it is, actually. Hard to know, but I actually don't think it's machine embroidery. So yeah, that's just so delicate and lovely. Beautiful needlework on this. It's a luminous. It is like a pansy, and it's beautiful. You can almost feel, you can stroke it and feel the pansy. And again on a beautiful piece of linen. This one again had some stains that I didn't give these a super long soak, so I could have done that, but I was kind of excited. Popped them out on the line and brought them in, but I think on something like this, this is a machine embroidery, I'd just be cutting out individual bits anyway, and with something like that I'll just give it a tea dye or a colour up. Another lovely blue linen. Pretty certain this is, yeah, pretty certain that's machine embroidered. But yeah, lovely raised design, and yeah, beautiful to either use the whole linen or to cut it out. Another lovely little one that is machine embroidered. You can just tell by the density there, but again, nice to use. It's a pale yellow. Oh, and it actually has, yeah, it has something in every corner. So again, lots of value to be got out of that. Another beautiful, and this one has been made into another sweet little envelope pocket, which I quite like doing, repurposing doilies. I think that's just a little speck that's come off. Sometimes our washing machine gets a little bit of, oh no, maybe it's a little stain on there. But yeah, I could always just put another little bobble on, and that would, in that sort of bluey colour, and it would cover it. Because I think that is actually hand stitched, not machine stitched, even though it is so delicate. Can you see how tiny the little stitches in there are? That is amazing. And then a lovely cotton runner, beautiful edge work on it, a lace colour. This was quite the find in the box of goodies. Snaffled that one up. Just incredibly fine. I think this is tatting work, but incredibly old. It was a lot yellower. I did give that a gentle soak and a gentle hand wash. And it really lightened up. But very, very old, very precious. I just love these vintage colours. Beautiful bird, a duck. I think there might be a second one of those as well. Lovely flowers, just again the density of the stitching, hand stitched. Just feel beautiful, beautiful to touch. And no real staining on that one, so that might stay whole. Thought this was really sweet, just a really petite size, but with gorgeously coloured autumn leaves. It might even end up in my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery field notes, which I need to put all together. This one has got a bit of staining around, but again it would benefit from either being coloured up with some Inktense or I can just use the individual little clusters. This one, really lovely, just so much on it. I think it does. Does it have some staining? No, maybe not. So it could be kept whole, but even if I'm making little covered buttons or something, these are the perfect size to use and harvest from for that. When you get such a bargain of these as well, you don't have to be super, super precious. But I mean, I tend to keep the ones that have no stains and use them in their whole form, but it's good to have some you can cut into. This is a very sweet little one. Be perfect in a little needle book. Here's another one of the ducks. Really beautifully done. Oh, here's another one of these ones with the lovely cutout. Beautiful daisies, and I love the the underlying linen colour and then the bright pop of the yellow crocheted border. It has staining, so again these can definitely be harvested and used. The side that doesn't have staining, I could use a section of it. Lots of possibilities. Nasturtiums, they're out in the garden at the moment, so this is lovely, a lovely little scene, almost like a still life of the bowl with the nasturtiums, or the little pot with the nasturtiums cascading out, and they absolutely do that in the garden. And again, just the work in there, beautifully done. It might have unravelled a tiny bit there. A super fine handkerchief, just gorgeous thread work and lace work around the edge. Another one with beautiful flowers. Again, I can cut these out because there is a little bit of staining. Love the blues. I think that is machine done, but just love these little sort of wash or little towel cloths with the little edging on them. Some more lovely flowers. So again, can just use sections of that. Beautiful doilies and that lovely posy, and then flowers, little daisies flying around. More beautiful flowers. Just the neatness on the back sometimes absolutely amazes me. Almost think they could be turned into little dancers if you put the top on them. And a pink coloured one with the birdies. So again, a little bit of staining, but not particularly noticeable, but I would probably end up just using a section of it or appliquing on it. Again, I got this doily because it's got interesting shapes that I don't think I have doily like this in my collection, and you can harvest and just cut out individual ones to use in your slow stitching. There was a border, the other lady got it because she makes clothing and sort of uses these type pieces for the hem, around the hems and for pockets, but it had birds on it. I was kicking myself that there wasn't a second one, but as I say, we were sharing the goodies. It was only when I got this one home that I noticed that these were actually cats on there with a ball. Isn't that sweet? I've seen some of these pictorial ones online retailing for, the vintage ones retailing for quite expensive prices. So I was pretty stoked with that. Quite a decent length. And then a lovely cross-stitch cloth. Even the borders are beautiful on these. But yeah, just look at that lovely rose. And another sweet little pocket hankies. So definitely staining there. So I might give it a dyeing. Maybe use a nice greeny, a sort of a fleur coloured greeny blue. And then another edgy border piece, and this has lovely roses and flowers on it. So these would have gone around the outside of a tablecloth. So again, happy with that find. Very happy with a bird, even though this one I think has some staining. Oh yeah, it's got a hole, but it's got two beautiful stitched birds at either ends. And because I love birds, even if I'm going to take inspiration and sort of take a copy of the design, that is wonderful to have. And then this lovely one, I think this is machine embroidered, but just, yeah, a beautiful intense design. This one is a tissue box cover, but I will no doubt end up repurposing it to be something else. But just, yeah, look at these beautiful bullion knot roses. We did that in the stitch along that we did, the A to Z of embroidery. So they're gorgeous, whether I use this piece or whether again I just harvest the little clusters. Another lovely cross stitch, again with the beautiful border and the beautiful linen that it's on. More flowers, more little stains, but again, beautiful, beautiful. That's even the back. So there you go. That's how good it is when I'm looking at the back and saying it's beautiful, and then you get to the front and you're just like, wow. And that is hand done. Isn't that incredible? It's actually quite raised, so it would have been quite hard to stitch, I think. So that's gorgeous. And then beautiful bright piece, no real staining, maybe some slight discoloration. I don't think so. I think it's just the shadows. And again, lovely crochet edging. Another sweet one. So yep, even the backs on some of these, even sort of larger stitched ones there, they're so beautiful. Butterfly. Again, a little mark, but that won't worry me. Gorgeous rose. Not sure about this bit up here. I guess it's meant to be leaves, but I'd probably either sort of, yeah, use it partially. Could turn it into a little pocket or cut out the rose. Another, oh, this is an envelope. Again, I assume made by the same lady. Probably maybe had things like stockings or hankies or other sort of delicates in these bags, I would imagine. And again, got those beautiful ribbon roses. So I assume this, yeah, I'm assuming it was the lady that also made this handkerchief. So it's kind of lovely when you end up with someone's collection. And then sandwiches. Thought that was beautiful. Another bird, just love that bird design, so we'll definitely take a tracing of that. There is some damage to it, but again, a second bird over here. So, and even these other stitcheries are really sweet. So I'll just move these out of the way over to here, because I then need to show you the two large tablecloths. So this one is a beautiful Australiana wildflower scene, and there's 4 of these on here. The only thing that seems to be damaged, and I don't know if I didn't actually notice it when I was washing, but I think if someone has got some transference onto it. I'm pretty sure if I put some stain remover on, it will come off, but I'm actually thinking I'd probably might like to use these for a project. So we'll see. I might give it a go stain removing, and then if it doesn't come out, that gives me free rein. And I thought, wouldn't they be a lovely panel also if you're sending something to a friend, to send them a beautiful Australian flower panel. So that was a wonderful find. So yeah, I think there's 4. Yeah, four of those flower bundles printed on it, and then it does have the lovely wattle around it. It says fast colours, so yeah, I don't think the colour has come out from the actual piece. I think that's probably why it ended up in the op shop. Oh, this one I adored. I'd actually forgotten about it because I'd wrapped it into the bundle. Isn't this sweet? It is. I assume it sits on like as a little cover on a jar or something, or on a cup or something, but isn't it the sweetest little crocheted basket? And it's got like roses in it, little green leaves, little rose down there. It is absolutely adorable. I think they've done yeah, some wrapping around, must be a piece of wire because it's quite sturdy. This is actually stuffed with something. It is so sweet, and then these beautiful beads on it. So I think this will probably just get hung up in my craft room, or maybe put on. I do have jars on my desk that I keep things like laces, loose bits of lace and buttons in, so it can always just sit atop one of those jars and look super sweet. So that was quite the find. And then there was this, a massive tablecloth. So it's got a little bit of faint staining, but isn't this stitch work just incredible? And it is all hand done. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, apart from a few little bits of staining, it is so perfect. So I'm not even sure whether this might end up on the back of my family heirloom quilt, because it's exactly the right colours. So, and I've got then some further work I want to do, collaging and bringing some of the family story and photos into it. So that could well be in the centre of the back of the quilt. I don't know, but yeah, such a bargain. So 20 Australian dollars for all of those items. I couldn't resist it, and I was absolutely thrilled. Now, a little bundle from Mac and Morgan. And so that's the lovely Julie, and Julie with Mac and Morgan is on Instagram and just periodically posts a few times a week, I think it usually is, goodies, often sourced from France, but just lovely vintage and antique goodies. And so I'd previously got those beautiful dog and deer buttons, which keep an eye out because I've got a very special craft coming up with those. And then I saw some more lovely metal buttons, so I got those. And then some other goodies, which we'll have a look at together. This only arrived today, so I thought I would dive in and have a look with you. I love buttons. Love vintage buttons, stories in them. So isn't this, so this is Italian, I think, Italicum 1918, Regnum, and then the same, and then these sweet little buttons. I'll just put the big ones down so we can have a closer look at these. So they've got like little stars and flowers. I don't know how well you're going to actually be able to see, but they are so incredibly lovely. It's almost like an enamel or something inside there. They are just little treasures. And just the beautiful coloration on them, it's just amazing. Don't know, I'll give the camera a tap and see if we can get it to sort of focus nicely on them. Let's turn my lights around a bit more as well and see if that helps at all. It might not. Oops. So yeah, incredibly special. And these will be lovely on little pouches. Show you the back of them as well. Oops. So they will go into my little treasures jar. I'll put them with my other beautiful metal buttons from Mac and Morgan. And this one I haven't even unwrapped yet. There was a whole set of these, but yeah, Julie was just selling them individually, so I thought one of them would be cute to put on my little vintage desk, if if I can battle my way into the bubble wrap. So they would have been, I think they would have been like in a vintage, like one of those football or soccer games. But I thought I might come up with a little craft that uses them for something stitchy, even maybe like a little bobbin or something that could go in them. But I just thought, yeah, they were really sweet. So I think they were yellow, and I think there were, yeah, red ones, and I requested a red one. So I thought that's fun. I have a little collection of the old vintage wooden pegs, so I might put that in that little container. And then this beautiful doily, which was happening at exactly the same time that I was working on stitching my stag for my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery field notes. Oops, we've not got focus, have we now? There we go. Maybe you couldn't see this either, so if we went out of focus, I apologise. Here's how our little friend here looks. And so, yeah, this is a beautiful mountain scene. Reminded me of Switzerland, and I don't have anything quite like this in my doily collection, so I had to snaffle that one up. A beautiful bit of French fabric. It's not super wide, but for us slow stitchers, this is a heap of fabric. And I love how it's already been used for something, but I thought, wouldn't this just be, yeah, beautiful to add to some of my Fleur Woods projects, or collages, etc. It's just lovely. And again, the greens and burgundies, perfect for my heirloom family quilt as well. And then, because I was buying a few things, may as well buy something else and fit it in the post pack. And I thought, isn't this delightful? And again, all hand stitched, and just beautiful cut work, and this lovely round design for it. So I thought that was super lovely. And no stains or anything that I can see. And beautifully laundered, which is always so nice when it comes to you and you don't have to rush off and clean it. So something special will have to happen with that. That will be staying intact, and whether I end up adding something or using it on a table. So that's my special little Mac and Morgan bundle, which I may well wrap up and put under the tree again. And then I have a lovely bundle from Judy from Lavender Lane High Tea on Instagram, but I was lucky enough to get to go and visit Judy and pick out some extras from her amazing stash of goodies. And then she also gifted me some lovely extras, including these beautiful transfers. She said she had a massive bag of them, and she said, go through them, take whatever you would like. And so I've got some beautiful birds, which I think these are very old, and so I doubt they're still in copyright. So I will probably make some copies and share them so we can stitch them in future videos, because I know many of you, like me, love bird doilies, so you can actually stitch your own. And they're quite simple designs, really. I'll have to give them a bit of a flashing out. Obviously don't want to iron them because I don't want to lose the transfer. So yeah, I'll scan them in. I will just check if I can find any info on copyright, but there's no copyright that I can see written on it. And if we're just using them for our personal stitching use, that is fine. Is that same one again? I think it is. Yep. It's funny how this one's a yellowy orange colour. You often see the transfers being the blue. I'm just going to tap again. Isn't this one lovely? The Crinoline Lady Teapot. So I think that one will definitely have to be shared and stitched. So we'll probably go back to doing our stitch-alongs of vintage designs in the new year. This would be a lovely one to do for Easter. Pansies, I do love them. So yep, I thought that was a beautiful one. Some of them look similar to what's in the Briggs catalogue. A bird, a parrot this time. It says for guest towels, Semco. Oh, it says test iron heat with lettering, so I'm assuming that's where you're meant to be testing on a scrap bit of fabric. But I love how it's got the gum blossoms or eucalypt blossoms. This one I don't know. It almost looks hand drawn, but it probably isn't. It's just the design looks a bit more sort of rudimentary, but it seems to have a labelling on it. unless someone has drawn over it after the fact. Not sure if I'd do it with the dog chasing the rabbits. Travis wouldn't chase rabbits. He'd look at them, he might get a bit excited, but he wouldn't try and catch them to eat them. Beautiful basket. Again, that'd be lovely for Easter table. Oh, here's some more orange ones. So some Christmas holly and some sweet little birds. I think they're actually the same. So 2 for 1. Another lovely basket with flowers. It's funny, I tend to gravitate to the same sorts of designs. These ducks, lovely. These remind me of my friend Sally from Dottie B Vintage. Very sweet. I must have been thinking of Easter, a rabbit on a scooter with a basket. Not sure how well you can see that one, it's a bit more see-through. And then some more pansies, Melba. So they will be scanned, and if I can, I will share those and we can stitch them. And then a lovely bundle of goodies that Judy kindly put in a bag for me. So I'll grab them out from the bag so you're not looking at reflective surface. I think this is the full bundle. I think I squeezed it all into here. So some gorgeous fabric covered buttons in a beautiful pinky sort of pucey colour. Again, I'll leave those out because I think I'll be popping them in a little package to send to a friend. This one's real. This was a gift as well from Judy, and it's this lovely, it says Blanche Broderie, and so yeah, a lovely dresser set with 2 little smaller doilies and the larger doily, and it's all still here. It's only partially stitched, so I love when you kind of capture that moment in creating creative time. So I'm just going to check. Yep, my camera is where I want it to be. Thought maybe it was zoomed in, but no, it's not. Just give it a tap. Beautiful piece of sheeting or fabric here. I love these because, as I've mentioned a few times, you can use them as sort of, yeah, ribbons or borders, or you can cut a section of them as well. So I've just wrapped everything up in that. Some of these little blue birds, which is the lovely symbol of the friendship that I have with, yeah, Sally and Christy. Our bluebirds are our little symbol. So I'd actually purchased some of these. Judy had been at one of the previous Embroiderers Guild markets, and I'd bought a bag of these, and then I put 2 and 2 together and went, we have met before. Although I think it might have been her husband that served me at the time. Some lovely bits of vintage lace. A sweet cloth. I think it's got a little bit of staining up there, but isn't that lovely, these raised little designs. So they're needle turn applique, but they're stuffed, which is just quite incredible. Hope it's not getting too shadowy. It is evening here, so apologies again. Beautiful cloth, lovely fine work, hand stitched, but incredibly neat work. And again, just love the blue border. It's clearly been well used and well loved, which I like as well. So again, you can use this as a whole project panel, or you can cut out the individual ones. Sweet little wattle. Yep, again hand stitched and beautifully raised off the surface, and they've used variegated thread or changed the colours of the thread to get that that difference in colours of the blooms. That's very sweet. Try and keep everything straightish. Thought this was a really lovely little shape. Don't have many doilies. It does have a little bit of staining on it. Very sweet. So beautiful, isn't that lovely? I do like the ones with writing on them. This is a corner of a tablecloth, but look at the detail and look how beautifully glistening. So that's definitely a variegated thread being used, and it's just delightful. Oh, and here's another piece of the tablecloth as well. lovely fine linen, beautiful tree design that joins up into a loop. Again, another fine linen, but with this basket on it, beautiful blue colour. So again, I was looking for things, I didn't have anything directly similar. This is perfect colours for my family heirloom quilts. I'll probably keep that out to put in that box. Lovely flower. Again, just amazing what hand stitches can do. Look at the stitch work on that. Sorry. I'll just angle the camera a bit differently. I just feel like we're getting a bit of shadow. Lovely cross stitch. Again, probably perfect colours for my family heirloom quilt. And little pocket, not from the same op shop, but yeah, similar idea. And just, yeah, beautiful design. And these are hand done. It looks so neat that you would think, and it's sort of so perfectly, it's like raised, but it's flattened out and makes you think it's machine done, but nope, done by hand. Again, beautifully raised little flower designs. Very sweet. Lovely petite applique, needle turn applique, and just look at the tiny little blanket stitches around the outside. I can't do work of that neat, even these little applique dots. Some lovely baskets on both ends, and the sweet little flowers going all the way around. A bird tablecloth, so I couldn't resist it, even though this is probably a more muted colour than I would normally go for. I just thought, yeah, isn't that lovely? Lots of birds. Beautiful needle turn applique. Love how it the colour graduates. Beautiful linen as well. Another one. Love the blues. Just sits so well with those colours. A pure linen. Oh, it's still got its threads attached to it. Look at that. Look at it. So I thought that was lovely. A point in time where someone's worked on the centre. They've started working on the outside, but they've never kind of got to do the whole piece. But even if I use some of these in their incompleted sense, I kind of like when they still have their design printed on them and not stitched. Lovely. And again, got that beautiful graduating colour on it. Beautiful grapes. These ones. Oh no, they are hand sewn. Again, super neat. So they could be fabulous. I made my I haven't got it right at hand. I think it must be sitting up on one of my other shelves. I'd made a beautiful little sort of gathered in basket using a larger one. But this could definitely be purposed into something. And then a smaller one. And then morning greetings. I just loved the pastel coffee cup, and that's a little pocket, which is super sweet. And then just the detail and the stitching on these flowers is amazing. And then a butterfly. I love butterflies. And that's not even the front. This is the front, which looks even better. Even the back looks good though. How lovely is that? So, don't know, you could use it for a little cover, but I think it'd be nice to be used in its entirety. And then a smaller one, a little half butterfly, which this design must have been made for this particular doily shape. Yes, they might have sold the design and the doily together. Beautiful basket with flowers cascading out of it, and a beautiful bouquet over there. Really lovely. That is machine embroidery, but beautiful. These ones still complete with their napkin in them. So I think I snaffled. Judy said, "Oh, do you want them all?" Yep, I'll take them all. Isn't that lovely? This one, the little napkin has taken itself out. And this one didn't have a napkin with it. Gorgeous. And then some horse shoes, which for my, given I have horse mad nieces and nephews, I'm on a bit of a horsey doily. So isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So yeah, that might have to make its way. I've got a few horsey ones, so I'll just have to work out which ones make my way onto there, to my family heirloom quilt, but I will put that out to the side. This one reminded me of my little niece, and it's just incredible stitching. Look at that. Look at all those fine stitches for the jacket, even the face. And then it's got birds and trees and little dogs. Super, super sweet. And then there's a smaller one and jumping a tree branch. So I'll keep those ones out. Christmas ones, I'll have to put this one downstairs with my other Christmas doilies. Have them out on display for Christmas. So keep that one out. And another sweet little Christmas one, a little robin, so that can go downstairs as well. And it still keeps going on. Aren't these beautiful? What are I've forgotten what these are called. Australian native. Really, really lovely. Another sweet horse. Oops. Horse and flowers. Isn't that beautiful? Can put it over. Just a nice sort of leaf with other leaves. Another beautiful horse one. Good if I turn it the right way. I always wonder why they put the horseshoes up that way, because I thought the horseshoes are meant to be the other way for luck, but maybe with a horse it's okay. Keep all the horsey ones together. And beautiful cross stitch roses. More lovely cross stitch, some little holes, little bits of damage, but again beautiful to use them in part or whole. Some more sweet cross stitch. Lovely vibrant flowers. Crinoline lady. Not sure about the face, might have to help redo that and maybe use some finer thread. And and some more of this fabric. Must have got 2 lots of that. Yeah, it's the same one, I think, isn't it? Yes. And then a lovely cross stitch. So neat on the back. And then some lovely Liberty fabrics. Just let you have a look at them. Beautiful addition to my Liberty collection. These are the Liberty quilting type fabrics. Gorgeous design. Got the birds, which I love. Nice bright one here. And another lovely one there. So that was my beautiful, wonderful bunch of goodies from Judy at Lavender Lane High Tea. And it was just so lovely to meet Judy. It's just been a joy this year getting to know people through my purchasing, but then forming friendships and meeting people along the way. So I hope you enjoyed seeing those goodies, and I hope you're enjoying the lead up to Christmas if you celebrate, or enjoying this time of year if you don't celebrate. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye everyone.